We have Yaro Kasambata on the line now. Yaro, good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us.
Please come up. Come.
Hello, Yaro.
Yes.
Good afternoon and thank you very much for joining us.
Hello.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Great. Good afternoon to you.
Yes, good afternoon.
First of all, can you confirm the 4% increment in petroleum prices, and then also what influenced that, if it is true?
You see, right now with the implementation of deregulation, I have to be answering less of these questions. You need to be asking this question to the oil marketing company.
Okay.
You know, to tell you why it is 4% increment, because we didn't fix that price. It is they who have, who have fixed that price, and it is also not accurate that it is 4% across board, because I also know that Goyle, an oil marketing company, has not even increased at all.
Right.
So we can't be saying that there is a 4% increment across board.
Okay, but I'm sure you've also heard of the marginal increment.
Yes, we have heard of the marginal increment, yes.
Okay, the major issue coming out of the decision by NPA and government for that matter to deregulate is that the laws to govern this particular exercise or decision are yet to be giving the clearance from Parliament, and because of that we are also picking up signals that the minority of the House intend to take on the NPA to the court. Do you not believe, or do you not agree with those who say that the NPA or government for that matter seem to be rushing this particular decision to go ahead with the deregulation?
When the law was first written in 2005, the lawmakers had envisaged that there will come a time like this when prices will be determined by the industry itself. So the law itself created a room where you can turn around. So when you look at what we are doing today from when the law was first written, and you look at the intention of the law, it left us with some broad, outlines that we can work with. So we are currently within that law that was set up, which actually gave birth to NPA. At the moment, there are other aspects of this whole pricing thing which requires changes to the law. We are not there yet, but we are mindful of it. We have begun all the processes that will lead us there, and so it is not out of place that we have and we are doing what we are doing now. It is squarely within the law that set us up, and so it is to give you comfort and to give the consumer some assurance that we are not breaking the law in a bid to achieve a policy implementation. The law that set us up at the time did not think that when we were going to take such minimal steps, we needed to come back for amendments. But we know that there are portions of this going forward, as the law matures, that we need to do. That when we get there, we will do. But now, everything we are doing is within the scope of what the law allows.
Okay, but let's take a step back to my earlier question. With the fact that now the OMCs have the power to choose how much they price their fuel, or the content of what we will be consuming, or we consumers will be purchasing, what is the role of the NPA now? What power do you have over the OMCs and BDCs?
The NPA is still a regulator, and NPA will do the job of a regulator. NPA will still, monitor the prices on the world market. We are able to ascertain how the oil marketing companies arrive at their pricing. So if anything is out of place, we can ascertain that, and once it falls within the remit of unfair practice, sanctions will apply. And NPA has got other broader functions beyond pricing.
Okay.
Pricing is just 10% of what we do. There is a monitoring, inspection, there is a licensing aspect. How about quality of fuel? how about the quantity of fuel? The general standards of the industry are all part of the regulatory functions of the authority, and that will still continue, even with deregulation.
All right. We're grateful for your time, Yaro Kasambata. He is the Public Relations Officer for the National Petroleum Authority, and just affirming the fact that the BDCs and OMCs have now taken over the pricing of fuel. So yes, the marginal increment, as we announced, has actually taken effect. So you might be paying just a little more for fuel when you step out to fill your tanks. This is still Midday Live. We take a quick break. When we come back, we have more for you. Stay